Hello guys, it is the Gaming Weasel back again with another video. In today's video I'm going to be covering Hildryn, and I haven't made a build video in a couple of weeks, so Hildryn is up next. Other than I've got Severgroth, but I made one on him real quick. So Hildryn is the beefy mama. She has a lot of shields and she is very survivable. Now, the build that I'm going to be showing you is going to be, well, my build and my personal build that I use on her, and I do love it, and you can usually use it like literally anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Now, Hildryn has this cool little feature where she doesn't have energy, but she uses shields to cast her abilities. And she also has an exalted weapon called the Bellfire Charger, and I will be showing you also my ordinary setup because you are mostly gonna rely on your ordinary weapons with her, but you can actually use this and it does really good damage. So moving on to Hildryn herself and moving on to the actual abilities. So her passive is become invulnerable for a brief moment after shields are depleted. This ability is restored when shields fully recharge. We have her first ability, which is the Bellfire Storm, or the Bellfire, sorry, and this is virtually your exalted weapon. That's mostly it. We have Pillage, which I guess pillages a percentage of shield and armor from nearby enemies and replenishes your own shields into even over shields, and also removes status effects, which is really good. Especially the Toxin one. The Toxin one is gonna kill you many times, so you have to, you know, keep that in mind. So this is a really good ability. We have Haven, which creates a shield aura around allies. Enemies that approach shielded enemies will take damage. It's pretty cool, I guess. It doesn't, you know, it's not the best ability, but it's pretty good. And we have Aegis Storm, which is her ultimate. She flies up in the air, and then you also lift up enemies, and here you cannot use any weapons other than the Bellfire, her exalted weapon, and then enemies that are in this sort of area will drop energy orbs for your team, so that is really cool. Well, let's move on to the actual weapon itself. Pretty basic build. We have Hornet Strike, Augur Pact, then Pathogen Rounds, Lethal Thorn, Barrel Diffusion, Scorch, Pistol Pestilence, and Frostbite. Now, I did this mostly because I actually don't really need Scorch, but I could put something else here. But at the moment, it is going to be my thing of choice. And here we have Viral and Radiation, which is going to be pretty good. I would put mods such as the Carnage Stinger, which actually increase slash damage, but this weapon does not have any slash damage. I could put, for a better viral proc, I could put Ice Storm, so I do massive amounts of viral damage, but the total damage does go a little bit down. So I'm just going to keep Scorch because I have been using this build for a long time and I honestly think it works pretty well. For the weapons itself, let me just change the colors. We have the Cedo. This is the basic build. I've showed this many times before. We have the Nekana Prime or the Cronin Prime, whichever melee weapon of your choosing. And that is mostly it. So let's go and show you against level 150 enemies. Let me just clear that number. And I don't know why does it say 13 there. So I'm gonna actually clear that. Go here and then just summon 20 of them. There you go. So I don't need to collect really any shields. Press my 2 to pillage the shields. Then I do get knocked around a little bit. Let me just press my 4 finally. And then as you can see, I could use my Bellfire Storm here. Enemies do keep dropping energy, but that is virtually useless. Oh, I actually ran out of energy. But I can always just pillage more. And there you go. It is a decent one-shot weapon, but I wouldn't really prefer it. You could use your third ability, then activate your second ability. Always keep an eye on your shields. Always, because if you don't, you will die. So keep an eye on that. Once you see your shields getting a little bit lower, and activate your second ability, pillage more shields. Of course, it does drain shields, so do not forget that. And there we go. Just, you know, activate your status applier, the Nukuba Nukor or the Cedo in my case. My energy is going low. There you go. This will, of course, shield, you know, I guess share, but I do not need my Haven anymore. Activate my second ability. And then, just for funsies, let's go activate this one. And as you can see... Oh, I actually ran out of shields. There you go. You can pretty easily actually one-shot enemies. There you go. That's pretty much it. You just have to, you know, worry about your shields and, you know, just kill enemies. Oh, there's one more. There you go. There's none left. Let me just summon a couple of more. Just, is there any shields I actually pick up here? No. Okay. Activate my second ability. Again, same thing. And as I said, you could use the, what's it called, the... Let me just, okay, this is not really fun. There you go. You could use, what's it called, the first ability to actually damage enemies. I honestly wouldn't prefer it if I were you, but you know, you could always do that if you wanted to. Now, you can also, if you really want, you can make, what's it called? Let me just show you. Let me just kill these actually enemies, and then I'll show you. But she is pretty unkillable, so you don't have to really worry about it. Just, you know, just as I said, keep an eye on your shields, and pretty much you are fine and dandy. I will show you her weapon in a couple of seconds. Let me just kill a couple of these enemies, and then I'll get knocked down. I will show you the build for Hildryn at the moment, and as you can see, I can just one-shot him. Actually, I think they flew away. Yeah, I didn't really one-shot him. As you can see, pretty easy. It does have a long charge-up time. You have to worry about that, and apparently I'm not doing a lot of damage. I don't know. Oh, because I don't have a lot of shields. But yeah, as you can see, I'm pretty low on shields. Pillage them, and that is basically it. Deactivate my, what's it called? Activate my first ability. I'm using the Epta, if you were wondering what weapon this is. It's not the best status applier, I'm just using it for a video that I'm going to be making, so... Okay, this is just getting boring. You get the point, she's unkillable. There you go, just kill the enemies, and there you go, clear. Okay, let me just show you what the build looks like. We can go here, and then we have Adaptation. I know her second ability removes status effects, but having resistance to status effects is just that tiny bit better. But if you do not like it, you can definitely change this for something else and use something else. I do have Energy Siphon. Don't know why. I'm gonna put Corrosive Projection on there. I have no idea why I have Energy Siphon there. There you go. You have to be careful because her Pillage, second ability, is, I guess, dependent on the enemy's actual health and armor value. So if enemies are level 20, you're not gonna get as many shields and over shields as you would do if they are level 150, as I showed you here. Now, Corrosive Projection as the aura, not Energy Siphon, because she doesn't have energy. So we have Adaptation, which gives damage resistance. We have Redirection. We have Transient Fortitude, Fast Deflection, first time I'm ever using this mod. Natural Talent for the casting speed. We have Stretch, Umbral Intensify, and Streamline. Now, if you wanted to make literally just the build for Hildryn to support your team and keep the enemy suspended and using your first ability, you can always just put Max Efficiency on there. You can put Fleeting Expertise, if I could, you know, find it maybe. Yeah, but you can put Fleeting Expertise, for example, instead of Fast Deflection if you don't want to be that tanky. Or instead of Adaptation, you can definitely put Vigor or Primed Vigor. So, yeah, that's pretty much Hildryn. She is the beefy mama, the surviving everything Warframe. So, yeah, be careful because you cannot use her against Infested because, of course, they do not have armor or shields. So, keep that in mind. And yeah, pretty much she's really good in sort of any situation. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Gaming Weasel. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. It's Gaming Weasel over and out.